Imagine a storm so powerful it never needed a camera to shake the show. Just whispers, screenshots, and a name the internet can't stop repeating, Arionne Curry. For years, she's been the ghost haunting Love and Marriage Huntsville, the shadow behind Martell Holt's downfall, and the one storyline fans love to hate but can't look away from. Now that same shadow is trying to step into the spotlight, and what's happening behind the scenes is pure chaos. Carlos King and the network are standing firm, Melody Sherry is drawing hard boundaries, and Martell, once the face of family ambition, is now fighting to stay relevant, even if it means burning down everything left of his reputation. The fans are divided, the cast is tense, and social media is eating up every late-night rant, every cryptic meme, and every messy hint dropped online. This isn't just another reality TV feud. It's a power struggle over who controls the story, who gets redemption, and who gets left out in the cold. Because in Huntsville, the real drama doesn't start when the cameras roll. It starts when the truth gets too ugly to film. The chaos surrounding Love and Marriage. Huntsville has turned into something bigger than anyone expected. It's no longer just a show about business, love, and Black excellence. It's become a battlefield. And at the center of that storm stands Arionne Curry. She's the name people can't stop whispering, the one person who's never been on the cast, but somehow remains the heartbeat of every scandal tied to Martell Holt. For years, Arionne existed like a rumor that refused to die. Always just outside the frame, always mentioned, but never seen. And now Martell wants to change that. He's fighting harder than ever to bring her into the spotlight. But OWN executives and the show's creator Carlos King have drawn a line that he just can't seem to cross. When Love and Marriage Huntsville first hit screens, Carlos King had a crystal clear vision. He wanted a series that highlighted successful Black couples balancing love, business, and ambition. It was supposed to be a celebration of partnership, a reminder that real love and teamwork could thrive under pressure. Melody Sherry and Martell Holt were chosen as the golden couple, young, successful, and seemingly unstoppable. The Scotts brought in real estate power, Maurice and Kimmy showed the reality of blended families, and later Tiffany, Lewis, Stormy, and Courtney expanded the world with fresh energy. Everything looked polished, purposeful, and inspiring. But then came the affair, the moment the mask cracked and the fairy tale shattered. Arionne's name entered the narrative like smoke creeping under a locked door, and once it got in, nothing was the same again. The audience who once tuned in for inspiration now stayed for chaos. The cheating, the public fights, the online shade, it was addictive television. But through every headline and every argument, Arionne was always there in spirit. She was the other woman, the secret thread pulling Martell's perfect image apart. And while the world watched Melody rise from heartbreak into empire-building success, Arionne became the symbol of everything the audience rejected. She wasn't just the mistress, she was the mistake, the reminder of what destroyed the dream. That's why the fans have been so loud in their resistance. They don't want to see her on the show. They don't want to give her a mic or a check. To them, rewarding her with camera time would erase everything Melody fought to rebuild. But Martell sees it differently. In his mind, real life means showing every side of the truth, and that truth includes Arionne. He claims that hiding her makes the show fake, that the cameras should follow reality no matter how uncomfortable it is. But from the network's perspective, putting Arionne on screen isn't authenticity, it's sabotage. The show's foundation was built on showcasing growth, family, and excellence. Bringing her in feels like handing the spotlight to the very person who tore that image apart. OWN executives know what's at stake. They've seen what happens when reality TV crosses the line from real to reckless. Arionne isn't a cast member who plays by production rules. She doesn't filter her emotions, doesn't protect anyone's reputation, and definitely doesn't care about staying politically correct. That unpredictability might thrill fans online, but for the people who actually make the show, it's a nightmare waiting to happen. Melody Sherry's growth has become the moral center of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's the survivor who turned public humiliation into power moves. Every business venture, every speech, every moment she shines on camera is proof that walking away from Martell didn't destroy her. It rebuilt her. Fans see her as the heart of the show, the woman who represents strength after betrayal. So when the idea of giving Arionne a platform even comes up, the backlash is immediate. It feels like an insult to Melody's journey, like saying the woman who caused her pain deserves the same stage. That's why Carlos King and the executives aren't budging. They understand the brand's power, and they know that if they ever let Arionne on the show, they'd risk alienating the audience that keeps the ratings alive. Still, Martell refuses to let it go. His pride, his image, even his paycheck depend on keeping his storyline relevant. With Melody refusing to film personal scenes with him and his solo ventures falling flat, he's running out of ways to stay interesting. Arionne, for him, is the wild card. Controversial, messy, unpredictable, and guaranteed to trend. Every time she posts a meme or throws shade online, the blogs light up. Every late-night rant turns into headlines. To Martell, that attention feels like oxygen. To the rest of the cast and crew, it feels like a ticking time bomb, and Arionne knows exactly what she's doing. She's tired of being the name behind the scandal while everyone else profits off the story she helped create. She's tired of being the villain with no voice, the ghost everyone talks about but never hears from. Her frustration shows in every post, every cryptic caption, every warning to keep that same energy. She wants recognition, money, and validation. But the wall standing between her and that reality show spotlight isn't moving, and her fight to break through it is what's shaking Huntsville right now. Martell Holt's desperation is showing like never before. The man who once wore success like a second skin now looks like he's fighting to hold on to any version of himself that still matters. He used to be the ambitious husband building homes and dreams with Melody, the family man with vision. Now he's the ex who can't move on, circling the same drama that made him famous. Every season, his storyline feels thinner, more recycled, more tied to a woman the audience doesn't want to see. Without Melody's energy or business growth to balance him, Martell's scenes fall flat. And he knows it. That's why he keeps pushing Arionne, because she's the only storyline left that makes people talk. Even when it's negative, it keeps his name alive. But Owen and Carlos King aren't blind to what's really happening. They know that once Arionne steps on screen, the tone of the entire show will change forever. Reality TV may thrive on chaos, but producers also know how dangerous real chaos can be. Arionne isn't predictable. She's not someone who'll play the game quietly. She's the type to explode live, to air out secrets producers can't edit around, to say the things that other cast members only imply. That's not drama, they see it as disaster. And the cast agrees. Behind the scenes, most of them are relieved that she's been kept out. The Scotts already deal with whispers about infidelity. The last thing they need is a woman like Arionne fueling more rumors. Kimmy's been protecting her peace and her health, not inviting more stress. Stormy and Tiffany are focused on business, not messy headlines. To them, letting Arionne in would drag everyone down just to give Martell one more storyline. Arionne doesn't care about their fears. In her mind, she's earned her seat at the table. She's been in Martell's life for years, she shares a child with him, and she's been part of every scandal that boosted ratings. Watching the same people profit off her pain while she stays on the outside burns deep. That's why her social media stays active even at 3 or 4 a.m. She wants the world to know she's not finished. The fans may laugh at her rants, but those words are coming from someone who feels she's been erased. What she doesn't realize is that her power already exists in the chaos she creates. She doesn't need a contract to keep Huntsville spinning. She's already the spark every headline circles back to. Arionne Curry's presence hovers over love and marriage, Huntsville like a shadow that refuses to fade. She doesn't have to be on camera to dominate the storyline. Her name alone keeps the internet busy. Every meme, every quote, every cryptic caption turns into a conversation. The Chucky post at 4 a.m, me thinking about what I let slide, wasn't just a random moment. It was a warning, a message that she's watching, remembering, and ready to remind the world she's still here. Fans dissected it for days, guessing whether she was taking shots at Martell, Melody, or everyone who mocks her. But the truth doesn't even matter anymore. Arionne understands attention better than anyone on that cast. She knows the formula: drop a little chaos, disappear, and let the internet do the rest. Meanwhile, Martell keeps sinking deeper into the mess he created. His businesses are struggling, his co-stars are evolving, and his storyline is collapsing under the weight of repetition. Without Melody to play off, he's lost his balance. The man who once preached about legacy is now trapped in a cycle of drama he can't escape. He's still chasing relevance through the same scandal that destroyed his marriage, hoping the noise will drown out the silence his career has become. The irony is that both Martell and Arionne feel overlooked. Both think they deserve more, but neither can see that the chaos they keep fueling is what's holding them back. Carlos King knows this. The executives know this. Love and marriage. Huntsville isn't just about ratings anymore. It's about image, influence, and protecting a brand that still means something to its audience. The fans have chosen their hero, and it's Melody. She's turned her pain into progress, her heartbreak into hustle. Losing her would destroy the show's heartbeat, and everyone knows it. That's why the line around Arionne is drawn in permanent ink. Melody has made it clear. She won't sit across from the woman who helped shatter her family. The rest of the cast feels the same. There's no benefit in opening that door, only fallout. And yet, Arionne's impact lingers like unfinished business. Whether she ever steps on that stage or not, she's already a permanent piece of Huntsville's story, the off-camera storm that keeps the drama alive. Because in this world, silence isn't the absence of noise. It's just the moment before the next explosion. The truth is, love and marriage, Huntsville may never be the same again. Arionne Curry doesn't need a contract to keep shaking the room, and Martell Holt doesn't seem ready to stop the chaos. The question isn't whether the storm will hit, it's how long everyone else can survive it. Melody's rise, Martell's downfall, Arionne's fight for recognition, it's all part of a drama that keeps rewriting itself. And trust me, the next chapter is already loading. So what do you think? Should Arionne finally be given the mic, or has she already said enough from the sidelines? Drop your thoughts below because this story is far from over. And if you live for the truth behind the glitz, the lies, and the late-night drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and stay locked in because this is the Hype Spill, where the real tea never sleeps. Never sleeps.